Hello, welcome to Boardgame Basecoats, and today we are playing through Fury of Dracula. This is the 4th edition of the game. Let's go ahead and check out some setup stuff. So first of all, the event cards. I usually shuffle these until there's a Dracula card on top. I feel like Drac should have the advantage right off the bat. Whenever you draw an equipment card, you have to draw one of these event cards. Moving on, location cards. How I set this up is I'll make piles, so A pile, B pile, C pile, and then I'll put them in a random order in here, so it's still easy to find the cards. Yeah, here are the Dracula powers. It's still easy to find the cards, but as you're pawing through this, the players don't really know what card you're grabbing. Even looking at the back here, so the C cards are mixed in here, but it really doesn't matter. Again, players don't know what you're going for. So this seems to work out for me. Moving on, let's put the figs down. Alright, so they're going to start in their standard places. Dracula, of course, is still not on the board. The ticket tokens I've tossed into a bag. I highly recommend this. You'll be cycling through these tickets a lot, so you really don't want to worry about is it facing up or down. So, recommend this too. Let's get started. 8 years ago, the devil himself came to London to dwell in Carfax Abbey. 8 years ago, my dear friend Lucy became one of the undead, and my own soul was cast into peril by the pernicious Count Dracula. 8 years ago, Quincy Morris, your namesake, gave his life to see that evil destroyed. Would that his sacrifice had not been in vain, but I fear that none of us may survive the fury of Dracula. Now this is the only playthrough I shot while I was moving. Lost my cool, awesome, huge table. This is a new table. It barely fit in the room. But, you know, we work with what we got. Dracula, here's his starting location. Now, this is illegal. You can't actually put this encounter card on here, but that's fine. We'll fix it later. We start with the day, and we start with Lord Godalming. Well, I just call him Lordy. So Lordy here is going to go ahead and supply right off the bat. So draw an item card, and which also means you'll have to draw an event card. So he draws an item card right here. And it is a rifle. Okay. Now he has a hunter ability to draw 2 cards. He didn't do that, and we'll fix that in just a minute. And here's the event card he drew, and of course it was the Drac card right on top. Next up, Dr. John Seward. I always think Sewer. I just call him the Doc. So Doc here is going to supply as well. All right. But we'll get him as soon as we fix up Lordy here. So again, Lordy gets to draw 2 item cards. So let's get a second one because he is Mr. Moneybags. And he's got holy bullets. All right. Made with silver, of course. All right. So here for Johnny, we've got the garlic wreath. Okay. And his event card, drawn off the top, was consecrated ground. Ooh, nice one. All right. So this is one of the better ones in the game. Comes with a token. There it is. You'll see this in play soon. Next up, Van Helsing. Hey, guys. Is it me? Let's have some fun. Hey, Van Helsing! No, let's get back. So he's going to supply as well. And let's see what his draw. He draws a pistol. Okay, very nice, very nice. And he has to draw from the top of the event as well. And he gets a charted carriage. Ooh, my favorite movement card. Here's Mina. Let's have some more fun. Yes, she's okay. My favorite! Yay. Let's get back to normal. All right, so Mina here is going to supply. So we've had all the players supplying. And her item is fast horses. Oh, these suck. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of those. Let's check out her event card, drawn from the top. Okay. And not a fan of this one either. Great. We'll talk about those later. Moving on. That concludes a day. So we move from a day to the night. Okay, so Monday morning, or Monday to night day, Monday night. So, and then we go right back through our players. So Lordy here is going to go ahead and go and reserve a ticket. Now, at night you can't move. That's pretty much the biggest difference between night and day. So he gets to draw a ticket. Now, because of his privilege here, he's going to get to draw 2 tickets. All right. So again, trusty bag, and then we'll pull our 2 tickets out. If you notice, my bag is inside out, and the reason for that is I've learned that the seam just gets in the way. That's a fine lesson I learned from playing Quacks of Quedlinburg. It all transfers. Next up, we've got the Doc here. So again, it is night, can't move. He's going to do a special action, and I think we know what this one is. It'll be this one, Consecrate Ground. So you see it there, it says you can only do it at night, right? Now, it's a good idea to place this on a major city, okay? You want a city, by doing this to a city, essentially Dracula cannot enter it, all right? So you can't go into Paris. So lots of train tracks, lots of roads. It's a good choice. No Notre Dame for him, right? We've got Van Helsing here. He's going to go ahead and supply again. Now let's show you. So in the daytime, you draw from the top of the event deck. At night, you draw from the bottom. So, and there's the risk. So this is a event that'll go to Dracula for Dracula to enjoy and use. So it's kind of a trade-off. So you're getting an item. Ooh, a nice one too. But you could... Ooh, and we'll use die here just to keep track of stuff. So maximum hand size there of 3 for items and 3 for events. I'll use a die just to help us out. It's a little bit more visual, yeah? So we are back here to Mina, and she's going to reserve a ticket as well. Now you'll find that especially in the initial rounds, you're arming up, you're getting tickets, and this would be in the main. As the game moves on, though, you'll still be getting tickets. Not so much arming, though, I think. So let's go ahead and check out Dracula with his big 15 life. Man, the guy's a monster. I went ahead and tossed the cards right here because I just want to get them out of the way as far as explanation, even if it's not the best timing. In general, these event cards are crazy powerful. I think these are the two of the weaker ones, actually. Yeah, so roadblock here. I'm going to place 3 roadblock tokens. But in general, giving Dracula these power cards is an extremely bad idea. Now in this case, we're going to put 3 roadblock tokens down, so the heroes can't travel between towns. So let's check out our little map here, and our first one is off here in the east. Yeah, there we go. So between Bucharest and Constanta. I think that was supposed to be Constantinople, but there it is. Number 2 is off near the Med, near Marseille, I believe, and there it is. So between Marseille and Milan, okay, great. So there's number 2, and then we'll place our third one, yeah, near the other one, okay. Anyway, the point of these blockade tokens, for me, if I'm playing Dracula, is to force players to have to go around. Because not all roads connect everywhere, and really trying to keep the players away from Drac is the key. And the players really, of course, are trying to find Dracula. Now here I'm putting the cards on the table because they'll have effects that trigger during dawn and or dusk. So keeping them on the table is a good reminder. Right here it is Dracula's turn. In general, he'll be doing this, which is simply moving. Alright, so taking a new location, all the locations, deciding, yeah, so here's our fix. So couldn't have played that the very first turn, but we can play it now. Alright, there we go. Alright, yeah, so Dracula's turns are in general pretty quick. He'll look through his locations, decide on one, and probably put one of these big old hands on it to wait as a trap for players. We are now back in the daytime with Lordy here, and he's going to move. He has to move around that barricade, okay. So did Drac just do that to be a pain in the butt, or is Drac actually there? He might be at Bucharest or yeah. Anyway, here we are back with the dock, and he is going to move. Yeah, daytime is really a time to move, because this is really the only way to discover, well, this is the main way to discover Dracula. You really want your players moving during the daytime. So he's going to move over towards, Geneva. And let's go ahead and check out Van Helsing. I believe he's going to get into the moving spirit as well. Yes, he is definitely moved to do so. So he is up towards the north, okay. So it looks like he's going to, yeah, so track along the north and the east there. So he heads for Cologne or Cologne. For those like me, they don't really read the French very well, I think. So anyway, here we are with Mina. Yeah, I forgot to advance it to day there. But Mina as well is going to go ahead and move. All right, so she was up by the UK and she heads further south, okay? So I believe, yes, she was in Brussels and down she went towards Strasbourg. All right, there we go. So our players have spread out a little bit, and this is pretty much what the players really need to do. They need to cast a net out there and as quickly as possible find some trace of Dracula. So that really is the point of the game. Find Dracula, kill him. Now Dracula has a victory point track. You can kind of see it wrapping around the sun there. Once that gets to the end, he wins. Okay, it's just that simple. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on here to night. Alright, great. And let's get these players going. So first off, Lordy here. Again, nighttime, can't move. Really have to keep that in mind. Now really is the time to reserve tickets. You can, of course, rest to heal. You can supply, which is what everyone did initially. So, there we go. So he's got his 2 tickets because of his privilege. All right. Now, each of the players does have slightly different powers and abilities and life totals and all that good stuff. So, Lordy here is, in general, the one I hand to new players because it's nice to draw a bunch of stuff, yeah? Here is Doc. All right. He's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket as well. All right. So, especially, I can't emphasize it enough. Having tickets is so important, right? So each player should have a small handful of them. Here's Van Helsing with his 8 life. Okay. And he's going to reserve a ticket as well. All right. There we go. Now, it's very easy for the Lordy player to just get all the tickets. Now, this is a cooperative game. It's very important to share. All right. Now, here's Mina. Now, she starts bitten, all right? Getting bitten twice, you're basically dead. So don't do that. So she's already halfway into the grave. She's got 1 foot in it. All right. Now, she's going to go ahead and grab a ticket as well. There we go. Drew a decent one. Good. We are technically in dusk. So that's the thing to remember. So even though that around the sun there just has day and night, there is a dawn between night and day, and a dusk between day and night. So that's why I just keep those cards on the table, just to help remind us all that something might have to be resolved. Hero Drac, he is still hidden. There we go. And he has the option to play one of these encounter cards, which essentially work out as kind of like traps. But if the card remains face down and reaches all the way at the end, it can mature, and something horrible can usually happen. All right, so the players need to track down Dracula, and in doing so may stumble into traps or may have to deal with some things that he's left behind. So let's move on to the daytime, and we are back with Lordy here. Now Lordy's off by himself, off to the east. He really needs to start sweeping towards the left. So it is daytime. It is time to move. He's got plenty of tickets. But in general, it is not a good idea to skip locations. So here we go. He's going to move 1 space and move 2. So maybe he should have just moved 1. So it's really kind of a toss-up. So one of the things about the game is you really have to count how many moves Dracula has made, and then you can kind of look at areas you've been and kind of see if Dracula has potentially moved there. This will make more sense if it doesn't now as the game goes. Let's go ahead and check out the Doc and what he is up to. He's going to move. Very good. So he is down towards Italy. Yep, and it looks like he's heading onto the peninsula. All right, so there we go. So he moved from, what was that, Genoa to Florence, I believe. Yeah, so there we go. So, yep, Genoa to Florence. Now, if you look, all the cities, there are basically 3 kinds of cities. There are the small round cities, the bigger square cities, and the city may have an anchor next to it, which would mean it would be a port town. Here we have Van Helsing, and he is going to take advantage of the daytime and move. Good, good. Yeah, so he is sticking to the east. All right, and the north. All right, checking out the northern lights. So he's moving from Cologne to Berlin. And actually, I think this was an illegal move. He didn't use a ticket to move there, and that was a train track. He should have taken the road and moved elsewhere. But, that's okay. We'll let it slide. Moving on. Here we are with Mina, and she is going to move as well. Yeah, so it's really important. So the heroes can only move along the red roads. It's kind of like a trail of blood, right? And then to move along the train tracks, they have to use tickets. Now, Dracula can move anywhere he wants, right? as long as he's moving between the cities. So he can fly along the tracks or he can follow the roads. So only he has that option. All right. Moving on. We are going into the night and having to resolve this roadblock. And I believe, yeah, so we're technically in dusk. Yeah, so one was removed last round, and one more gets removed this round. Yeah, so the one that was over there by Constantinople, I think. And there we go. Moving on. So we are in night proper here, and Lordy is going to go, and he is going to go ahead and supply again. Now, guys, let's check this out. I'm going to show you right here. Look, technically on this kind of city, you cannot supply. You can't do it. You can only supply on the big cities, but in my play group, we've kind of waived this. Later on in my playthrough, I'm going to point it out and make a big old pony show about, oh, you can't do it, and I'll take it back. But honestly, we do it. We do it all the time. And the reason for this is it feels very narrative. And here I'm just showing maximum. Yeah, and he's over the maximum, so he's got to look through his cards and decide what to keep and what not. But it really just feels more and more narrative. I mean, so you're in this small town, it might be a tavern or what have you. You want to be loading up. But because you're loading up and picking up those event cards and potentially helping Drac anyway, we find that this is good. We're good with this as a group. So it gives us something to talk about, and we'll talk more about it in just a bit as we look at his choices here of weapons. So these are the ones he decides to keep. Great. And then he'll check the others. Yeah, so especially Lordy here, he has to really keep in mind his maximum size, his maximum hand size. So here's our event, and we pulled it. Now my group, we in general pull the event first, because it kind of usually plays into the weapon. So in this case, he went to the telegraph office, and hey, got some weapons there, stole someone's mail or something. So stuff like that. Now keep in mind, that card right there said play immediately. That is another rule that we kind of break, all right? The game has enough luck in it. Let's go ahead and see what he draws as well. So he's going to draw his weapon first here. Again, we usually just pick up the event first. So he's found a rifle. But under what circumstances, right? It was just lying on the ground. So we really get into this thing. It really does make its own story. So we'll usually pull the event first and then just kind of weave in how we got the item. I mean, it just it's funny how they kind of match, all right? So in this case, great, it's nighttime. We pull from the bottom. It's a good event. Yeah, and see right here, it says play immediately. So boom, we're supposed to choose 2 cities and then we have scouts. But doesn't that feel kind of like we had no agency in it? Doesn't it really feel random? Isn't it better if we hang on to the card and then at a key point or in combination with something else, then do it? Doesn't that make sense? Now, if we had pulled that event first, hey, we run into some scouts at the bar, and then, hey, that's a cool pistol. Can I have it? Or we arm wrestle them for it, or whatever. Isn't that much more fun? Anyway, just saying. We have Van Helsing here also going for the supply run, and he picks up a knife. Okay, so that brings him up to 3 cards, so he's okay. Now keep in mind, all the players they start with 3 cards already as part of that weapon pile, but those 3 golden cards don't count towards the total. We'll check those out later. So we pull from the bottom, and it's safe. Great. And Speedy Telegraph, ooh, play at dawn. Now something like this, we do follow those rules, just because they do kind of make sense anyway. It's just those play immediately ones that really kind of chafe at us. We instead kind of play them as play them when you want kind of things. Yeah. Anyway, here we are with Mina, and she is going to go ahead because it is night, not move. So she is going to supply as well, and yeah, she needs some supplies bad. All right, so let's see what she can get. So she picks up the stake. All right, guys. You would think this would be kind of, an essential weapon going against Dracula. But actually, no, it's not a weapon you can use in combat. I mean, I think that's probably one of the most disappointing things about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and see an event that we kind of would think about with regards to discovering this stake. Oh, and it was just her good luck. All right, so that's nice. All right, so anyway, she's got 2 of those event cards. She's got 2 weapon cards plus the 3 she already started with. And there we go. So she's building right there. Nice, nice. So we are now in the Drac phase. So this phase immediately follows night. I kind of think of it as the witching hour, so I'm assuming this is like just before dawn, 4 a.m. and such. So Drac picked up the location deck, decided the location he's going to go to, and then went ahead and laid it down. He has the option to lay down an encounter. Again, these really kind of just work as traps to slow down the players. And there we go. So not crazy action at this point in time, and that's kind of good if you're the Drac player. You just kind of want to quietly lay down your traps and move along without the players bothering you. Let's go ahead and move on to the day, though. We are back with Lordy here. Now, he is far and away from everybody else. He really needs to head west. All right, so he's got the move here. So I think the players have left the east kind of to him. So he's, all right, taking it slow again here. So from Salonika to Vallejo something. All right, great. So doesn't look like he has discovered Dracula, though. Next up, we've got the Doc. All right, so Doc started out with a pretty good loadout of weapons there. He's got 1 encounter card, which is a pretty good one. And now he's going to go for another supply. So it is daytime. So that means I assume the event deck has a hero event on it. Anyway, here's his weapon that he's found. So some dogs. All right. So in the bright morning sunshine, found some dogs, and they're happy and yippy and okay. But he did not pull the event. So this is one I did not catch and one I do not fix. So unfortunately, he didn't do it. Now, the top card was an event card. The top event card was a good card for the players, I do believe, and we'll see that in a while. But yeah, so he missed out on that. I think he was just excited by the dogs. They were distracting. Van Helsing here, though, is going to take advantage of the daytime and move. Yes, good for you. So he is headed along the eastern side of Europe here, so from Berlin to Prague. All right, and as you can see there, we have both a train track and a road. So I think as the players, it's just really important to remember, move along the roads, move along the roads, move along the roads. So the game is not terribly complex, but for some reason, little things like that just kind of easily slip through the cracks, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we have Mina here. She's going to take advantage of the daytime to move as well. Okay, and there she goes. What I really feel like, though, is they should have, like, night trains, you know? Maybe some card to do that. All right. Anyway, she's moved Nuremberg over to Strasbourg to Zurich. So she is now in Zurich. All right, great. So, well moved, Mina. So it looks like she's heading towards the west, towards Spain. Because it looks like Drac is not in the east, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and switch off the lights. We are now in dusk. So right here, our last roadblock token is gone. Were they red herrings or were they actually hints about where Dracula was? Time will tell, because we just really don't know yet. We are now in nighttime, and Lordy here is going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Well, 2 tickets. Yes, 2 tickets. So now he's going to have a handful of tickets there. Yeah, so at this time, I think he has a pretty good loadout of weapons. He's got a good chunk of tickets. He's even got an event card there. So Lordy here is pretty much set. So in general, Lordy here arms up quickly, and that's another reason I like to give him to new players. He really can be kind of the guy that gets it done. Because he plays first, though, that can be kind of the trick. Because he might move, but it's in general, in my opinion, that it's the other players that often stumble up onto Dracula. That's usually how that goes. There are ways around this, though, so we'll try to see those. Anyway, the Doc here is going to go ahead and try to supply. It is nighttime. And he picks up more dogs. Okay, he had day dogs, and now he's got night dogs. Lots of dogs. The Doc with the dogs. All right. Anyway, so he's got 4. Now, he has a larger hand size for weapons than the others. So let's check out the events. Yeah, so he should have picked up, yeah, so that event off the top before in the daytime, but here at night he peeled it off the bottom. And Vampire Lair, alright, so he says play this action during the day only. Yeah, so he went to a vampire lair and found some dogs sniffing around it, and he recruited them to the cause. Now see how that works? Isn't that nice? Yeah. Gives it that nice story feel. It's nice. Anyway, let's continue with the night here with Van Helsing, and he is going to reserve a ticket as well. Alright, so right now Van Helsing is way, way to the east. And really, as the players are spread out and moving around, they're just trying to stomp enough ground, especially these initial moves. Because look at Drac. I mean, we haven't even found a single clue about him yet. So it's really important for the players just to march around everywhere and try to find some trace of the vampire. Alright, so Mina here is also going to grab a ticket, which is good because it looks like she has none. Okay, oh, she pulled a good one. Now the tickets will have 1 or 2 numbers on them. Some are white, some are yellow, and that's because the tracks are different colors, and I'm not sure of the significance between white and yellow. I'm sure there is. Anyway, here we are with Drac once again. He has chosen his location. There it is. We're going to advance the track here, and the players got to be getting worried at this point because we are literally 1 turn away from having a full track there. And once that yellow hand at the end, the encounter card, reaches the end, it flips over and it could mature into something truly horrible. Alright, so definitely something to keep the players nervous. Alright, so he draws up to 5 cards once again, and that pretty much wraps up Drac. Cool. He is sitting pretty at this point. So we've moved on. We're about to the middle of the week at this point, and we are daytime once more. Lordy here has got tons of stuff. I mean, let's see where he moves to, because I think if Drac was in the east, yeah, so he moves there. Yeah, if Drac was in the east, I'm thinking, yeah, because of the way the roads are laid out, they would have stumbled upon him by now, but they haven't. So he can't be in the east. So everyone's got to be thinking, yeah, Drac is in the west somewhere. We've got to get back to the west. So some really big moves, some really bold moves might be what's required here. So let's see what the Dracula is going to do. Yeah, so you can see he's turning around. He could continue down the peninsula, but if you count the number of locations, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense to, because Dracula hasn't entered the water. He's been completely on land, and there just aren't enough city spaces there to warrant continuing. So there are hints, even in the things you have and haven't done. So it's kind of nice. I really like that about the game. Here we have Van Helsing once more. It is daytime, and he is going to move. Yeah, there's no more reason to really hang out in the east at this point. So yep, he's going to cash in a train ticket and moving. Yeah, I think he's checking the one last bastion where Dracula possibly could be, just counting squares. So from Prague to Vienna to Budapest, or Budapest, depending on how you like to pronounce that. And yeah, I mean, he's got to be convinced that Dracula is not in the east. Let's move on, though. Here we are with Mina. Okay, and she is going to move. Good for her. All right. So Mina is going to go ahead and use... well, check out her cards. Does she want to use them at this point? Maybe no. And there she goes. Yep, so she's heading south and... heading south a little bit, maybe west a little bit. So from Zurich to Milan. Maybe I would have moved to, what is that, Genia? But anyway, every move is progress. Let us change it from day to night. So we are in the nights, and we are back with Lordy here. And always got to keep it in mind, can't move. But let's check out our other options. So Lordy's going to grab tickets, really? Really, I think the big danger with Lordy here is just that he might just grab all the tickets. So one of the keys to remember is that this is a cooperative game. He needs to give the other players the opportunity to pick up their tickets, because everyone needs to move, right? Let's go ahead and move on. We've got the dock here. Case in point, he's only got one ticket, and that's not good. And sure enough, yeah, he's going to go ahead and draw a ticket as well. Now, there are a limited number of tickets, so... Oh, and he pulled a junk one. That's too bad. But something is better than nothing. Let's go ahead and move on to Van Helsing. Yeah, he only has one ticket as well. That's not good. So he's going to take advantage of the night and pick up another. All right, so I'm thinking that bag's got to be getting pretty close to empty, though. Yeah. So 2 tickets here for Van Helsing. Let's see if he draws a nice one. He does. Well, one of the average ones anyway. Now, one of the cool things about the tickets is you can combine them. So you can kind of chain them and really make massive moves and really just go intercontinental and fly right across this board. Mina here is going to go ahead and pick up a ticket as well, and it's gotta be the last ticket. We're pretty close, right? Picks up the 1 ticket. All right, fair enough. So that takes care of all of our hunters. Let's go ahead and check out Drac. Yeah, Drac gotta be pretty happy. He's been able to be basically unmolested throughout here. So he's going to go ahead and decide on his location. He's going to advance the track over. Nothing matures this round, but yeah, next round it is going to mature. As the hunters, they've got to be feeling some pressure about the fact that Drac has been untouched. So this is not a good place to be at all. Oops, there, a little peek for you guys about what Drac might be plotting here. But there we go. So event, a trap, more than likely, waiting for the players. And he's going to restock. Great. So another quiet round for Drac. What is it? A creeping doom. Moving along. So let's go ahead and swap us from night to day. We're actually in dawn, technically. But that's fine. And Lordy here in the daytime is going to take advantage of it and move. Now, a big dramatic move at this point. You've got to get west. I mean, there's no way he could be in those middle locations at this time. Really? Oh, I see. He had no train tracks anyway. Yeah, so he's kind of in a bad place. So he goes to, what's that, Zager? So anyway, there he is. He couldn't make a sweeping move, but he'll definitely need to. So yeah, the fact that there aren't train tracks everywhere is definitely something that's important to keep track of. So here we are with the dock. It is daytime. He can take advantage of the move. If he could have, I think he should have made a much bigger move. Yeah, he could have. So he just took the road there. Well, if he had taken the train, he'd have to swing up towards Paris and then swing down to Spain. Yeah, it's looking like Dracula is in Spain. All right, so definitely bad bit of luck here for the players at the beginning. Van Helsing here, what's he going to do? Because he is way out there, man. Oh, he's going to use the chartered carriage. Yeah, this is a great card. So you're going to take 1 ticket, chuck it, and then zoom. You're going to go right across Europe here. So there he goes. Nice. And I think, yeah, he's in town with Mina there. Hey, Mina, how you doing, girl? So let's see exactly the path he took. So he was over here way in the east, over by the Carpathian Mountains, I'm sure. And then he decided to join the civilization. All right, so yeah, from Budapest, Vienna, and now he's in Milan. Okay, Budapest, Vienna, Venice, Genoa, and Milan. Oh, I took a nice little tour there. Great. All right, so he's back in it. Good job. Good job. Let's go ahead and check out Mina. It is daytime. She's been quietly moving west. So hopefully she'll continue to do that. It'll be the good thing to do at this point, because yeah, Drac is not to the east, I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and check out some stuff though. Right here, one of her abilities is Psychic Bond. So what she can basically do is, as long as she's in an area with another player, so right now she's with Van Helsing, she can pop off and say, hey, Drac, are you in this area? But we know Drac is not in that yellow area, in that Italy area. So she has moved into France, and I believe she's there with the dock in Marseille. Yeah, and so she can use her ability at night and say, "Hey, Drac, are you in France?" Okay, So very cool. Very, very nice. All right, so we're going to transition into night now. And there are no cards on the table, so don't have to worry about dusk effects or anything. So what is Lordy here going to do? All right, so just because of some bad luck, he wasn't able to zip across the board there, which is too bad. Yeah, so right here he's just passing. Essentially, he's resting to heal a point. He didn't have any damage anyway. But what this basically is a pass. So in the rule book, we have all these actions on this action card plus pass. So I just say rest can also mean a pass. So it works. Anyway, we are in nights. Thankfully, Lordy there skipped on getting tickets, so everyone else probably will be getting tickets this evening. So the Doc got one there. Now Van Helsing, they made a very nice move, heading inroads towards the west. And so he's going to reserve a ticket as well. Really important. And yeah, we've got to be getting down to the bottom of this bag. The junk ticket. I'm wondering though, I think maybe the white tracks are slightly longer, or there are maybe slightly more of them than the yellow. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, here we are with Mina, and she is going to go for a special. All right, so yeah, so I believe she's going to use her special ability, her psychic bond with Dracula here, because he calls to me. So she's gonna pop off her psychic bond because she is at a city location with another player, and boom. So she says, "Hey Drac, you here?" He says, "Nope," and laughs. So Drac is not in France. Nope, sorry. So that pretty much leaves Spain, right? So let's see what Drac is going to do, because the track is now full. This next move, is a dive into the sea. All right. So the end of the track here, we'll resolve these in a minute. All right. But let's slide everything through. Yeah, so by heading into the ocean, this does a couple of things for us. So there that is. So first of all, you take damage as Dracula. So 2 points of damage jumping into the water. You dip your toe in, it's cold. You have to reveal the card for the location, but before that, it was an aristocratic vampire. So down there, the matured effect in yellow. Yeah, let's reveal that card. Here's Bordeaux. I never drink blood. Yeah, so he was in Bordeaux drinking wine, maybe. I never drink wine. That's how that goes. Maybe he was in Bordeaux drinking something but wine, anything but wine. And as you can see here, that aristocratic vampire wipes out some of those locations, so we do not know where Dracula was. Now, on the flip side, it got rid of some of those encounter cards, so we don't have to deal with those. But it also moved the track along, the victory track along for Dracula. Gave him 4 points. Now, keep in mind, he needs about 12 to win, so he's basically a third of the way done. Very powerful card. Now, it wiped out some of his encounters, those yellow hands, but it also shuffles back in those encounter or the location cards he's already been in, which means he can go back to them. And I'll tell you what, as the Drac player, I'm sitting around there doing loop-de-loops all the time. So if you ever play me, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing you. Anyway, here we are in the daytime. The players are like, okay, he started in Bordeaux. So now the counting of locations begins. Where could Drac have gone? We know he's not in France right now. We were just in the east. He's got to be in Spain. Got to be in Spain. So at this point, even if the players themselves didn't discover something, by just the nature of the fact that the locations are marching forward, if the event card will mature, Dracula is continuing his movement, he'll end up giving us a clue, all right? So we know Dracula's in the water right now. We know he probably left a port, he had to have left a port city, and he probably left that port city in Spain. All right, so we got to get over there, and what we've got to do now is kind of block off ports, okay? So the Doc here is going to go ahead and move. Let's see where he goes. Is he going to head towards Spain? No, he heads north. All right, so he's definitely taking to heart this whole, let's block off the ports, okay? So he headed towards the UK. We've got Van Helsing here. kind of in the middle of the continent, near Italy. Now he's going to move. Where is he going to go? All right. So again, we always have to keep it in mind. Dracula's in the water. Oh, he heads south, back onto Italy. Interesting choice. There are ports there for sure. So he doesn't stick around. Where does he go? So he heads down to Genoa and Florence. Huh. So he might be thinking Drax going for the long pull towards the tip of Italy. I don't know. We'll see if that pans out for him. Now Mina here, she is going to go ahead and move as well. And where is she headed? Okay, so she jumps into the water. Huh. Now this is a great shortcut. There's no damage for the players. This is a great shortcut for the players if they really want to just travel to other ports. But in general, I don't go to the water very much. Because you could literally be in the same sea as Dracula, but not encounter him. You could literally be on the same boat, the same stateroom as Dracula, and you would not encounter him. He could be right there. You could be dancing with him in the little ballroom or whatever on the boat, and you would not encounter him. So for me, as a player, yeah, I don't spend that much time on the water. Anyway, we had Lordy pass there on his turn. It is nighttime, can't really move around. He's got plenty of tickets and such. Let's go ahead and check out the dock here. He's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket as well. So we did have the players moving around a little bit, so now the bag does have some more tickets again, which is good. Really keeping that cycle going. Let's go ahead and see what Van Helsing is up to. So he went into Italy. All right. He needs more tickets for sure to bolster that up. Bolster up his total. All right. And it's looking like he's looking pretty full. So he's got a full hand of weapon cards. He's got 2 event cards. Yeah. So he's pretty set at this point. Let's go ahead and check out what Mina does in the night. She's got a couple tickets, which is good. Yeah, we know she's got some junk items. Oh, there we go. Good. So she's going to go ahead and supply herself. Now, keep in mind, guys, she's out on the water, right? So this is technically illegal. So let's go ahead and check out the event. What are the circumstances around her getting an item here? All right. So she's on the boat, walking around when she encounters some scouts. Now look again. Should be playing it immediately. Chats them up a little bit. Shares with them her mission. And they're into it. I mean, they're guns for hire, right? And so she's able to get some garlic off of them because they had some extra. See how that works? See? Isn't that nice? Anyway, so she hangs on to the scouts because she wants to use those in a well-timed manner. All right? So, nice. And she was out at sea, and this works, Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Drax phase. He's got to be happy right now. I mean, he's damaged. He damaged himself, though. Players know that he's in Spain, or was in Spain, probably. Oh, and he stays at sea? Okay. Now, Drax staying at sea means he gets more damage, but this really does multiply the number of possible ports he could be, right? That said, Drac really doesn't want to stay very much longer out in the water. Taking damage every turn is really not a good idea. Oh, these right here, what are those called? Those little red tokens, rumor tokens or something? Yeah. Right now I'm playing this little game like, wait a minute, did I make a mistake right here? Is this supposed to go here? Can these be played together? Can I put this here? Forget about it. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not quite sure what I was thinking there, but I'm sure it was all to the good. Let's go to move on to the break a day. And it is the end of the week. All right, so one of these tokens hits the table. I think it's called a despair token. Yes, a despair token. Once all 3 despair tokens hit the table, the hunters are in trouble. So with the despair token hitting the table, I'm imagining, Europe is now overcast. It's now overcast a little bit. All right, so we are in daytime. Lordy here finally can move around a little bit. Okay, he's taking the opportunity to swing up to the north. Man, he really should have cashed in more tickets to get to a port faster. He could have done it. I don't know why he didn't. So that was not such a good turn, Lordy. He's kind of taking his time, drinking that mint julep in his little coach or in his little first class cabin or something. Anyway, the doc here, he went ahead and made a move. So there we go, Le Havre, okay? And he might be thinking, okay, maybe Dracula will head into the UK. So he is now in the channel. All right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and see what Van Helsing is up to. We are in the middle of the day. It is the time to move, and he is going to take that opportunity to move. So it looks like the players are really just trying to cut off all the ports. I really think, yeah, Lordy there, that's not a reachable port. He went, that was not a good choice. Yeah, so from Florence, heads into Rome. Okay, so that's an okay choice there for Van Helsing. And let's go ahead and see what Mina is up to. All right, so she's going to move as well. Now, when I do play this game, good. So she's heading inland. All right, great. So she has made landfall. Where'd she go? In Spain. Now, Jack has been all over Spain, we assume. And so from the Med, she's in, what is that? Alicante? All right, so Alicante it is. All right, so Mina hit Alicante. Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, and this was the port that Dracula left from Spain. So this is our first honest clue about Drac's movements. Okay, so way to go, Mina. She might just have that real connection to Drac. So now then we do some counting. So we know he crossed 2 seas. So he's currently at sea. So he's in. So he left there. So he's in the Mediterranean or in the Tybalt Sea, or Mediterranean and the South Atlantic. So right now, he's either in the South Atlantic or the Tybalt Sea or whatever. So he's in one of those 2 places. Okay, so this narrows us down. We're now in the night. I'm not really sure what Lordy here is going to do. He's going to go ahead and grab items. I don't think that's really important right now. Unless he just wants to pick up some more event cards. So he is in Berlin. Okay. Pre-war-torn Berlin. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the date is set for this game. Maybe it's set in the time of the novel, right? The original Dracula novel. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and pick up 2 items. Yeah, Richie Rich bags. He doesn't care about circumstance. He's just got money. He's just going to buy stuff. All right, so let's see what he's got. Fast horses. Yeah, I think this is the second set of fast horses he's gotten. Yeah, just buying horses. Richie Rich boy. Steak. Useless. Really not a fan of the steak. I think in theory, it's better than in actual usage. So yeah, he's way over the limit. So yeah, let's just cycle through these items. And then he, of course, is going to decide. So he had the pistol already. Holy bullets already. Here, the rifle. Yeah, he was really armed to the teeth. And then the 3 standard cards. So we've got the punch, dodge, and finally escape. All right, so... of course, you always keep the yellow cards. There's the ones he's chucking. Just throwing away those horses. Who needs them? So there's the items. Let's go ahead and see what event he drew. Now, of course, it's night, so he has to draw from the bottom. Why did you draw from the top, dude? Naughty. Yeah, we'll fix that in a minute. So he did draw from the top, and that's okay, because we will fix it. And look at that. He revealed a Drac card. That we will not fix. You guys are stuck with that now. We only do a slight modification when rules are messed up like that. So yeah, so we're fixing that right now. And so we drew from the top. We're supposed to draw from the bottom. So let's see what we got. And oh, yeah, it would have been fine anyway. So let's go ahead and just throw this in the deck. But yeah, we're going to stick with that Drac card on top. You guys are going to lump it. So daytime comes, you're stuck. See what you're going to do. So there it is. So let's go ahead and move on out of here. We are still in night. We're just at the beginning of night. The night is still young. Let's move on to the dock. All right, so the dock is in the channel. All right, so he's in the channel there. And he's going to go ahead and pick up an item. And again, guys, technically in the rules, he's got to be in a square city. He's on the boat, just like Mina was on the boat. And he's chatting up some folks. So he's going to go for the item first here, a rifle. You know, the rifle just feels so common in the game. I feel like everyone has a rifle. They're just everywhere. They use them for everything. Maybe it's, you know, just hanging off walls or whatever. It is nighttime. Oh, and he pulls from the bottom. So unfortunately, he arms himself, but probably gave Dracula something really good. Yeah, in general, those event cards for Dracula are really, really awesome. Yeah. So let's go ahead and check out his items here. He had the rifle. He's got the dogs. Another rifle. The garlic wreath. Yeah, and then the standard 3 cards. Yeah, so he's got 2 rifles right now, but he chooses to get rid of the dogs. Did you just drown dogs, dude? Doc, dude, no. That's not cool, man. Why'd he keep 2 rifles? Now, in the game, you can trade with other players. Maybe that's what he's thinking. I do not know. That was a weird move. Anyway, we got Van Helsing here. He's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Yeah, so far I'm a fan of Van Helsing here. He seems to have his plan together. All right. So let's hope he gets a nice ticket and he gets a decent one. All right, great. So ticket for Van Helsing. The night is getting old, and there's the oldest face of it. But here we are with Mina. It is still night, so what is she going to do? She does have a couple tickets, but doesn't hurt to get more. Yep, so that's what she's going to do. So more tickets for Mina. All right. Let's see what she pulls. Oh, let's check out. So hired scouts. So this play immediately right there. And as I said, in my group, we do this as a play anytime. So she's going to go ahead and send the scouts out. Yeah, who sent the scouts out? Mina did. So Madrid and Granada. I've been to both towns, both cities. Very nice. Good stuff. And yep, pay dirt. Now, isn't that better? We have a plan. It's nighttime. It gives us something to do at night. And Granada is revealed. The encounter does not get revealed. It's definitely something that we may still have to deal with as the hunters. So yeah, this is good. Good. Let's go ahead and move on, though. It is Dracula's turn. All right, so there's his new card. Let's go ahead and check it out. Thanks. I believe it was the doc that gave it to him, yeah? So thanks a lot, Doc. And he's not going to use it at this time. That's okay, but now he's going to use his dice because he now has an event card there. Great. He's going to go ahead and choose his location. Slide everything over. And there we go. So he has returned to the land. He has made landfall. All right, so no more damage from the salty air. And of course, this now means he can put a encounter down. All right, and there we go. Great. And should we put down one of those rumor tokens? Sure, why not? Never seen one mature yet, and that's all right. Anyway, we go from night to the day. And let's think about this now. Where has Dracula been? Where could he be now? It's all about the counting game. Possible locations. The maximum distance he could have possibly gone. And where are the ports, right? Okay. Do you have an idea? All right. Anyway, here we are, daytime. Lordy here, moving. Hopefully the players have been talking about it. He's got his huge number of tickets here. A big old pile, so he's going to go ahead and move. He's going to move 3 spaces. Yeah, I would think he'd want to move more because he is way out there. And, maybe there weren't enough tracks to move farther. No, there were tracks. He could have moved farther. So from Paris, for example, he could have moved down more. No. Another bonehead play. Way to go, rich kid. Thanks for helping out. So that was no good. That's okay. Life goes on. In general, when I play this game with other players, I never tell people what to do. I think this is one of those games where it's really easy to start getting into that mode where you're telling people what the best play possibly could be. Now, of course, the hands are hidden. I just have them up here just to help you guys out. We do know how many tickets people have and such, but yeah, when I play the game and I'm not Dracula, what I usually do is just, and it's new players, I'll give them options and just say, oh, man, Dracula's, out at sea. We should head to the coasts, right? that sort of thing. So I'm going to head over here. You can head a whole bunch of places, there, or there. Just help direct them. Show them the options they have, but not necessarily telling them what they should do. So I think really that's the best way to do it, because why would you rob a player of the experience of the game? And as I say, playing this with my regular group, we all know the game okay. And, for us, this is a storytelling thing, We look at the coincidences that happen and all the other things that happen, and we just really, really have fun with it. And let's go ahead and move on from that uneventful day of moving that didn't seem to do very much into this night. All right. So Lordy here is going to rest. Thank you for not emptying out the ticket bag. Let's go ahead and move on to the dock. All right. So the dock and Lordy are up there to the north. Yeah. Looks like the dock returned to the mainland. Yeah, because obviously Dracula could not possibly be in the UK. So good for him. Ooh, and he's got hired scouts as well. Yeah, so he had that a while ago, and to play it now. So here, just think about that. I mean, doesn't it make more narrative sense that he'd be deploying them now? Anyway, ooh, he picked two locations, and look, he picked 2 port locations. Very nice, very nice. All right, ooh, nice choices too. Way to go, Doc. Nice. And Drac says, nope, haven't been there. Don't have the t-shirts. Very cool. So we're definitely narrowing things down, which is good. So playing this cooperatively, players can help remind each other. Yeah, I already checked that place. You don't need to go there, and that kind of thing. It's good. Van Helsing stockpiling that movement. He's done some dynamic movement for us in the past. Maybe he will continue to do that. Awesomeness. Let's go ahead and move on. In the night, we've got Mina here. All right. What is she going to do? Looks like she might need some tickets, and as we know, her weapons suck. So I don't think there's a bad move that she can make. Yep, so reserve a ticket. Good choice. She is sniffing around still in Spain. All right, I think she can probably get out of there at this point. But anyway, she's got tickets to do so. Great. Let's move on to Drac here. All right, so Drac has made landfall. Very curious to see what he's going to do next. He has decided to go feral. He's gone wolf form. All right, so we'll slide all our cards down, and this will go down on our track here. Now, I really feel like this card, it's nice we have this red backing here. But I really feel like it should just be, this text on both sides, to be honest. And I do just show the cards and show the card to the players and let them know what's happening. In fact, often I'll just play it face up, just so the other players can reference it. Now, he does take a point of damage, but what he's essentially doing is jumping a space. So he's not 1 space away from where he made landfall. He is 2 spaces away. Okay, so maybe he's kind of trapped in the corner. Whenever I see this as a player, I'm thinking, wow, one of us was really close to Dracula, and he had to put some distance between us, right? That's what I'm thinking anyway. So we'll see how this goes. So, a little bit of a different turn here for Drac, right? Okay, and even put an encounter down. To trap us, okay? Now, as the players, we haven't really encountered any of his traps, right? Because we haven't really been able, whenever we've encountered a location, it either did not have one, or we've used scouts, and they can't be trapped. So, let's see what our players do. Lordy here is going to take advantage of the day and move. He's going to use a ticket, okay, good sign. Hopefully he'll put some distance here. All right, we really need to find out where Drac returned to land, but we have to know that Drac is now 2 spaces away from it, so that's kind of a trick too. So this makes this kind of a tricky turn here for the players, I think. So Lordy there made his move, did not encounter anything. Let's see if the Doc here with his dogs will do any better. So he's had dogs, he's had scouts. Heck, he had so many dogs, he drowned some. That was just terrible. But he's gone ahead and moved down towards Spain as well. Okay, fair enough. Now, Van Helsing. He's off by himself at this point. Yeah, so he's really got to move. And I'm thinking he really wants to get closer to the other players. So he's going to go ahead and move 2 spaces. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. So he's doing what I was saying Lordy might have done, and that is to chain together a bunch of these tickets to move forward. Yeah, so nice chain there. Lots of train lunches. If it was Japan, very good. But he didn't encounter anything as well. Okay. And it looks like all the players are really thinking that Drac is over there. That he has to be over there. Well, let's see. I think there is such a thing, too, as too many eggs in one basket. So I don't know, were all the ports, possible ports, really that limited? We'll find out. So Mina here is going to go ahead and shift. Oh, and look at that. She found not only the port he left from, but the port he returned to. Santander. Wow, so Drac just kind of swung around Spain. Landed in Spain. Oh, will this encounter pop? Yes, it does. Bats. Oh, that sucks. Okay. All right, so this is one of the traps that Dracula can leave behind. So it's like, suddenly, bats in my hair. Bats in my hair. All right, so Mina here has encountered some bats. They're going to cause us some problems here in a minute. We'll see how that goes in just a bit. But yeah, so Mina really showing that she does have a connection to the Dark Lord. Here we are in the dark now. Lordy here is going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. I really don't think that was really essential at this point, man. But you do you. All right, so it's a strength, so I'm going to flex it. Okay, so there he goes. Another big old pile of tickets. Man, oh man. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the dock. Let's see what he's gonna do for us here. He's got a couple tickets. Yep, and he's gonna go ahead and pick up another. I really feel like what the game is missing is like a night train, or even those sucky event cards. Just swap them over to something to allow the players to move at night. I think, though, that probably would be the most dangerous thing, because as is, the players really can only force an encounter with Dracula in the day, which is to say, if it's Lordy that encounters him, then the other players have time to zip over there. But let's say it's Mina that encounters Dracula. Well, she was last, so the other players really don't have that chance. Whereas if you encounter Drac at night, if the players can do that, then when day comes, all the players can easily rush over there. This is one of the reasons why Drac really doesn't want to initiate combat. While the players move in the day, he moves at night. Yeah, so let's go ahead and check out this bat card. So essentially, here's what happens. So instead of the player doing an action, they basically fall down. They are delayed. And then Drac gets to move them. So the bats appeared and like, Arr! And then they run off to the next town like a crazy person. So Drac can kind of direct them, push them even farther away. So that's really one of the more devastating, simple cards. I really like bats. They're awesome as Dracula. All right, so their track here is full. Uh-oh. So there's Granada back in the mix. So I think pretty much all but one of the Spain cards now is back. Oh, so Drac not only went wolf form, he summoned some wolves. All right, left some wolves there behind. Causes some problems. Fantastic. All right. So wolves matured for us there. And he's still moving. Because he was in his wolf form, that gave him a nice little jump, and now he's even further away. So I think of it as like fractal type movement. It's like this exponentially spread, this little spread happening, The farther Drac moves along that track, the farther away he is from being trackable, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, here we are in the day. Chance for the players to move. Man, Drac is getting away from them. and it looks like they might have had him cornered. So Lordy here is backtracking. He's heading back out. Where is he going? Okay, so Clermont-Ferrand, maybe? Is that where he went? Nope, he didn't catch a whiff of Drac. Drac seems to be, or he seems to have a really hard time finding Drac. Let's see if the Doc can do a little bit better. All right, so Doc here is going to go ahead and move, and he heads back north. If you count spaces, so that's basically what the players are doing. They counted spaces from where Drac made landfall, accounting also for the movement of the fact he turned into a wolf. That's what the players are doing, so they're kind of trying to exhaust possibilities here, I think. Yeah, okay, so Van Helsing, he steps there to see if that is where Drac went, and yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, now, with 2 cards in a row, we can really kind of predict where Drac went, okay? So this is where Drac went when he went feral, okay? So a nice big old jump to Clermont-Ferrand. Clermont-Ferrand, okay? So that's where Drac went after making landfall, okay? Thanks to the fact that he turned into a wolf, all right? Any trap for us? Let's check it out. Yes, there is. More bats. Van Helsing, let's say the bats went up all in his mustache. All right, there we go. So we know what's going to happen here. Van Helsing will fall over, and he will be pushed by a horde of bats in some direction at some point here when he has to make his next action. All right. So Mina, of course, has been knocked down. So she's essentially going to spend her turn here just standing back up. All right. So, this little fracas over here in Spain definitely went badly for the hunters. All right. Encountering bats when it looked like Dracula might be trapped. Dracula did a cutesy move by just swinging around. Yeah, so here, Dracula couldn't have gone to Paris, he didn't go to Marseille, and he didn't go there, so he's got to be right there. What is that, Genoa? That's where Drac has to be. And right now, the players have to be kind of frustrated because it is night. They can't move. They're stuck. So there we go, we just had Lordy pass. We've got Doc here. He's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Okay, good. Because we know where Drac is. There's only one place Drac could possibly be right now. So staying on Drac's tail is definitely important. We do not want to lose track of him again because, man, he could just end up anywhere, right? So here we are on Drac's tail, and now everyone's going to be getting tickets, which is all to the good because we want to keep that trail, even though it can be kind of dangerous. So here actually Van Helsing has no choice. He's going to have to try to get these bats out of his beard, and he's going to run in whatever direction Dracula makes him go. Yep, and he heads back once again. So he's hanging out with Lordy there. And here we have Mina. Okay, so Mina has stood up. It is nighttime, though, so she can't really go anywhere. Yeah, so there we go. So she's going to pick up a ticket as well. All right, there we go. Wow, so, and that's the last ticket, too. So, not such a great series of events there. So, an unfortunate series of events, to be sure. Dracula here's got to be feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what he's got going next. Looks like just a simple movement there. All right, so that location returns to our deck. The oceans move forward there, and looks like none of those cards have encounter cards on them, so that's a saving grace at least. Good. And there's his new location. Drac is getting further away, guys. Not great. All right, so there is a new encounter card. Probably something just as nasty as bats, if not worse. And that ends Drac's turn, and I'm sure he's giggling to himself. Yes. All right, we move on. It is a bright new day. All right, guys, it's not over yet. Still got some time. Let's get after this vampire. All right, so, Lordy, what you got? It is daytime. I'm thinking we want to move And yes, that's exactly what he wants to do. So the question is, where is he going to move? He's got plenty of tickets. Oh, no. Yeah. So he had plenty of tickets, but he was in Toulouse. He couldn't use any of them. Oh, man, that sucks. So he had to take the little hop to Marseille on foot. That's terrible. Wait a minute. Let's see. So we have the dock. He can move as well. So we would want to cash in some tickets and really get moving. But oh no. He was in the same boat. He was in Nantes with no rail line. He had to walk too. Dracula, you sneaky dude. Or maybe you're just lucky. And then, of course, Van Helsing has been knocked down with bat bites all over his chin. Yeah, so he's just got to rest, recover, and then stand up. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Can Mina move? Can she use the train tracks? That's the question, yeah. So he's just standing up in Toulouse, and even like next turn, he'd have to walk to a train station. Wow. Wow. This really worked out for Drac well. Let's check this out. Yeah, so Mina's going to move. Can she actually use all of those tickets? Yes, she can. All right, good. Come on, Mina. Save this day, because this was horrible. All right, so she's in Paris. Is she going to move more? Or is she just going to kind of wait up there? Because Dracula's still got to be around here in middle Europe. Yeah, it looks like she's staying in Paris, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, that was kind of painful, actually. Really, really painful. Oh, terrible. Well, life goes on, and day moves on to night. Let's see what we've got. All right, so he's going to rest. Poor Lordy. He's just passing and passing and passing at this point. Poor guy. Let's go ahead and move on to the dock. All right. All right, Doc. You got plenty of tickets there, it looks like. It looks like you're armed to the teeth as well. Yeah, so he's going to pass as well. Oh. Stressful day. 2 down, 2 to go. Let's see what we got. Van Helsing. All right. Yeah, it looks like you need some tickets. So maybe, yeah. So he'll reserve a ticket here. And, yeah, it looks like, yeah, that's the only ticket he could get. All right, so there we go. Ticket for Van Helsing. Moving on. All right, Mina. Now, you're the only one able to move. Got a little bit of a rest in Paris. What you gonna do now? You do have tickets. There are no more tickets. Yeah, that's what I thought. So she is basically going to pass as well. All right, so 3 out of the 4 players passed. That's terrible. Terrible. Okay. However that worked out, that really worked out for Drac, so he's got to be really happy right now. Smiling with all those teeth. All right, so he's going to pick his new location. Now here's something curious. All right. Yeah, he's going to check out where he's at right now, just to make sure. So those 2 water locations at the top there. So those will kick off the track here. Now, while you do reveal land cards, you never reveal water cards. Yeah, that seems weird to me, all right? But there it is. Yeah, it's just always the secret. Even if you know where Dracula launched off from, even if you know where Dracula came back to, you never show the water cards. Water, it's like the no man's land. It's like the ultimate secret. The mysteries of the deep, apparently. So anyway, we don't get to see exactly what the seas were, but we really do know. Anyway, it looks like a quiet turn here for Dracula. It looks like, though, we've got a string of traps just waiting to pop once that top half of water and that one location clear. Ugh, that looks like it'll be ugly. Anyway, here we are. Daytime once again. Finally, our characters can move. Are they going to cash in some train tickets? It looks like Lordy here went ahead and did that. All right, so Marseille to Milan, zip-zagging around, ends up in Venice. Okay, so he's staying towards the Med. Let's grab the correct tickets. Ooh, losing a couple tickets. Hey, this is actually a good idea. He might actually have a ticket that had all 3. Actually, I don't think there's any tickets with 3 yellow. All right, so that might be one of the weaknesses of the yellow line where you have to do that. But this is good because it puts tickets back into the bag for the other players. All right, good. So all the players, boom, starting pistol fired. We can all finally move again. So the dock here is going to just take a one step to Clermont, from Clermont-Ferrand to Geneva. All right, so there he goes. Oh, hey, on the trail for Dracula here. There it is, Geneva. Okay. Are we going to have a convention? What's behind that card? Is Drac going to reveal it? No. All right, so Drac is going to basically say, hey, I don't have a trap there, but you can search for it. Maybe there is a trap there. We'll see. We have Van Helsing here. He can move, finally. All right, so he's just taken one step. Was he in a position to only be able to take one step? Yeah, that's right, he was. So he was in Toulouse, and there he goes. He goes to Bordeaux. Yeah, Bordeaux. All right, so no encounter there with anything. We are back to Mina. All right, so she, of course, is going to move. Good for you, girl. All right, so let's see where she is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and cash in a ticket as well, now that her comrades are moving. Great. Okay. So she hops out from Paris and heads to Cologne, or Cologne, as I always used to think of as a kid. So Brussels and Cologne. All right, so she is in Cologne. Great. Uh-oh. So we go from a day to a night. All right, so here we have Lordy again, and he is going to reserve a ticket. So he spent 3, and now he's getting 2 back. So he's getting back his own right there. All right, so tickets are coming back. All right, no surprises. Those are exactly the tickets he spent anyway. That takes care of Lordy here. Let's move on to the dock. Doc looks like he has plenty of tickets. Yeah, let's make an adjustment here for his event. Okay. He is going to go ahead and special. All right. So, he is going to, I believe, use his dogs. Yes. All right. So he is currently at a location that had a card. Now, Dracula is basically saying, yeah, I'm not going to trap you with it, but you can search the location. And in general, again, we don't want the cards maturing, so we do need to kind of sniff them out. So he's doing the smart thing by letting the dogs do it. All right. So the cool thing about the dogs is they will kind of dispel a few things, which is cool. Unfortunately, this is not one of the things it will dispel. So he gets delayed. All right. There we go. So Mina got delayed. Van Helsing got delayed. The doc got delayed. And the puppies here, the dogs, tails between their legs, come back to the dock. That sucks. But hey, you know, hey, at least it didn't mature. That's fine. It's fine. Let's move on. Van Helsing here. It is night. Okay. He's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket, and I do believe that's the last ticket because what was it? Lordy had spent 3, so 1 ticket here, I believe. There it is. And probably the last, if my count is right. And so let's move on to Mina. All right, so Mina is in Cologne, sniffing it up, y'all, sniffing it up. At night, I don't think there's any more tickets. Maybe there is, so she's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. She has 2 right now, so this will give her a 3rd. And maybe the last? Yeah, so that was the last ticket. All right, so 2-1, 2-1. All right, great. So I think all the players have a decent number of tickets. Mina's armaments really suck. She really has to do something about that. We're going to go ahead and move on to Drac's turn. All right, and this one looks like it'll play out similarly to the last. Let's make sure he knows where he is. He's got his location choices here. All right, great. There it is. He is remaining on the land. We're going to go ahead and move that ocean off. Okay. No encounter card on it, of course. Everything slides over. And I think even if I'm seeing this right, the next location card does not have an encounter on it, which is all to the good. The players certainly have taken a beating here from all the bats and such. So, nice. So Dracula here is going to go ahead and select his encounter. Looks like a pretty quiet turn here. All right, very sedate, very nice. Restrained, even. And drag draws up to 5. Great. Then, let's get to a new day. It is almost the end of the second week. This is not good. I think this is the final day of the second week. The players really need some wins here. Yeah, so right there, little mistake there, perhaps. So right here, so there we go. Yeah, so not a mistake, but just a reminder. So technically, we were in dawn. So Lordy here is not going to take his turn. He's saying, "Hey guys, someone else go." And really, the players can decide their new order. So the doc says, "Hey guys, I got this. Since I got a rest anyway, let's just get this done." So he takes his turn simply to get up. All right, so alarm clock taken. All right, great. And this is something I usually do. So in the case of these speedy telegrams, I'll flip the action card over just so everybody knows that player has already taken their turn. So this is kind of a useful thing to do. So I do recommend it to you guys. So moving on here, Van Helsing's taking the opportunity to move, and he is moving. Way to go, Van Helsing. Let's see where he started and where he ended up. So he was in Bordeaux, took the opportunity with his train tracks here. Paris, Brussels, Cologne, and Frankfurt. All right. Let's see if it paid off. And looks like nothing too crazy happened there. Okay. Moving on to Mina. Looks like the players decided just to go in order, which is fine. She's going to go ahead and move. Now, the good thing about this strategy is, I mentioned it earlier, the players go in a set order. It's always Lordy, Doc, Van Helsing, and Mina. But what happens if Lordy is the guy that's loaded to blast Dracula in the face? Well, that card is the way to do it, because it changes the order. So in this way, everyone else can kind of flush Dracula out, and then Lordy can sweep in and blast away. So this is the strategy right here that can kind of change things and hopefully surprise Drac. So Mina here has moved from Cologne to Strasbourg. Where is she ending up? Munich? Yeah, so there she is. All right, so she's ending up in Munich. It looks like the players, Dracula came back to land, busted through their blockade in wolf form. The players swung wide and are kind of closing in again. All right, coming in from the flanks. Interesting. Here we have Lordy. So no one else flushed out Drac, okay? So counting locations, we can try it. And hopefully Lordy here is going to get lucky. Yeah, so it looks like he's spending a couple tickets, and he's going to see if he can stomp on Dracula. All right, so where does he think Dracula is? Could be there. Let's see. All right, so anyway, he started out in Genoa, moving through here. Oh no, he started out in Venice. So now he thinks Dracula is in Strasbourg. Strasbourg? Ah, Dracula was there. Okay, fair enough. So Strasbourg. Okay, Strasbourg. So Dracula was there. There is an encounter card here. Oh, and it pops. A new vampire. We did not find Dracula. We found a vampire, a different one. Okay, so we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a combat here. So let's go ahead and check out our stuff here real quick, just to make sure. Now, obviously, he's got plenty of stuff here. We'll see how this goes. Now, I'm going to warn you guys right off the bat. I don't know what I was thinking. This whole battle is going to go badly, but it's going to go wrong. Do everything wrong, but that's okay. So what's supposed to happen is you have both players. You reveal both cards. Okay. Now, the only thing that matters at this point is the top left icon. Okay. Now, does the human players' icons match the Dracula players? No. In this case, the vampire won, but I mistakenly give it to the humans. All right. No. So anyway, our vampire here took 2 damage. It won't matter. So we just repeat this. So this time, vampire recovers 2 damage, and then 2 damage to the player. All right? So in this case, okay, great. The player lost, so vampire takes a bite out of the player. Cool. We do this correctly, but we don't heal the vampire. But it won't matter. Anyway, our vampire decides here to escape as a bat. And our players they wanted to escape anyway, did not prevent. So basically we took some smacks out of each other and ran the other way. So one key thing to remember about the combats, the vampire player can only use each card once, whereas the human player can just reuse the same cards as many times as they want. So they can just keep using the one card if they want to. So interesting. Moving on. So that speedy telegraph there, it's gave everyone a chance to go in any order. It does extend not just through the day, but also through the night. But honestly, why it extends through the night, I'm not really sure of. Because there aren't really combos at night that you can do, if you know what I'm saying. So during the day, it makes sense to combo because you want a certain player to come in with the hammer and smash things up. So you let the others flush out the vampire. But at night, I mean, you should draw your card first. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, so this worked out for Dracula too. So this was another one of those play immediately cards. But just as the players could hang on to it, Dracula can hang on to his too. And he's making the player that was damaged to lose their card. Very nice, very nice. Cool. Narrative. Better. There we go. Yep. See ya, Lordy. Yeah, track ended that. Anyway, as I was saying, so it really doesn't make sense for the players to go in whatever order they want at night, since there's really nothing to combo at night. So Doc here is like, nope, I'm good, man. Pass. Let's go ahead and see if Van Helsing is going to do anything crazy. He might be able to get a ticket. Yep, sure enough. He's going to go ahead and pick up a ticket. All right. And I think we got a couple in here. Yeah, because Lordy definitely made a move. And it kind of spelled his own little doom there. Poor guy. Let's go ahead and check out what Mina's gonna do here. Yeah, and she's gonna go ahead and pick up a ticket as well. All right, there we go. Okay, so there you have it. So I do like that card, but I think it's weird that it extends into night. I think it's fine. All right, guys, we coordinate something for the next day or during the day, or today's the day, guys. Huddle up. All right, go. Ooh, there we go. So here we go. Dracula, end of week 2. Let's see what kind of mischief he's been up to. Definitely pulling a couple surprises now as the weeks move on. And checking out where he is now, always a good idea. Do that, Drac, because you don't want to make that mistake. Great. I've certainly done it in the past. Let's move things along. Yep, so there's Santander. All the players knew about that one. Set that back on the deck as a potential place to move. We advance things along. And then we'll place our new location. Yeah, alright, so Drac is now running around through Europe. Yeah, he's got a 3-location lead there. But the players do have a chain there of a couple locations, so that's always helpful. So if you can track that path, it really does help. Yeah, we are now, week 2. There it is. So we had week 1. Week 2, those overcast clouds are now raining down on us. All right, so people are huddling. Yeah, see, I'm always tempted to just, we got one of these gloom tokens, let's get a victory point, right? But no, that's not how it works. No, Dracula has plenty of ways to get victory points. He doesn't need that extra. We are in the daytime proper now, and it looks like, here we go. Last couple of turns were enough to wake up Lordy here. He looks pissed, so he's moving, cashing it in. He wants Drac now. He wants a piece. So, where was he? He was in Paris, and he's moved to Leipzig. All right. And the thing about it was, so he fought a vampire. Hey! Leipzig, one location away from wherever Dracula is. Yeah, so I was just... and he finds another vampire. Now, this is actually illegal. Can't ambush with the vampire here. This was one of those instances, yeah, so this was illegal, but that's fine. Yeah, so Lordy decided not to continue to fight that new vampire because he wanted to find out where Dracula was right now. So that, again, is a choice. By leaving that vampire there, it has the potential to mature, and horrible things will happen, and horrible things will. But he decided to just, nope, we're going to focus on Dracula. So he actually took a chance there. And, you know, luckily found a location that's just one space away from where Dracula is. And as you can see, Dracula started out there in the west, and boom, he's way over here in the east. So Dracula can really, really move quickly. It looks like the doc here is going to go ahead and take advantage, and he's going to move to a spot that is one space away from where Lordy is delayed there, and hopefully he can blast Dracula in the face. All right, so Leipzig is one space away from wherever Dracula is, so he's betting on Berlin. Okay, so he's betting on Berlin. All right, fingers crossed here for the doc. All right, Doc, what you got? Did you catch him? No, you didn't. Okay, so Van Helsing's up. He has a chance to do the same. So again, this is the advantage. So once you have an idea where Drac is, everyone can really sweep in and take a chance at blasting at Dracula. So Van Helsing's actually pretty close already. So one space away. Let's see if he hit it. So not Leipzig, not Berlin. He is going to... Where is he going? He's going... Yeah, there we go. He's going to Hamburg. Hamburg. Always want to say hamburger. Anyway, he's in Hamburg. No! And that's not where Dracula's at. So where is Dracula at? All right. Mina's up. So here she goes. All right. So she's going to spend her tickets. Okay. And off she goes. We know Dracula is one space away. Is this the space? Honestly, I hope it is not, because she really doesn't have weapons. Okay. So. Right now she is in Cologne. Is that where she? Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 And we have discovered Dracula in Cologne. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have found Dracula. And Mina, I think, is the least well-equipped for it. Let's take a quick look at her cards. So there's our dodge. Okay, standard card. There's our punch. Okay, one of the standard cards. There's escape. Seems like a good idea. Fast horses, useless. Garlic, useful. Okay. Steak, useless. Okay. Here we go. Battle mode. All right, guys. So once again, we're looking at icons. Drac, going in for the bites. And Mina, getting bit. All right. So, 2 damage. So Drac is going to heal 2 damage, and Mina is going to take 2 damage. Yeah, so Drac healed up a little bit there. Round 2. Dracula takes another bite. Mina tries to escape and gets bitten. Okay. Drac heals 2 more points. And Mina takes 2 more points. Drac. Plotting. This is a weirdo card. And Drac wins that one. Okay, so this card does weird things about just basically drawing and getting another card. Okay, here we go again. Escape as missed. Interesting choice. And yeah, that worked out for Drac. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so Mina took a little bit of a beating there. We all know where Dracula is now. Unfortunately, he escaped as missed, so that'll cause us some problems. Yeah, so she is only not even mostly dead. All right, so she's just, you know, just a little bit damaged. That's all. So she'll pick up her cards there. Drac will go ahead and pick up his. And yeah, that wrapped up that one. And hey, at least the team was there to witness it. They're all very close. Yeah. But let's go ahead and move on to night. All right. So, yeah, so let's check out Escape as Bat again. All right, so this was a good choice for Drac. So he's going to be able to move. All right. Even just a little bit. So even right now, he's going to be able to move right there. All right, so Escape as Bat is a good one for him. Now, as the players, I think that was an unexpected thing. I would have expected Drac to stick around and just keep wailing at her. But with the other players that close, maybe he just got nervous. Yeah, so Escape as Bat right there really gives him some distance, okay? So, blah, blah, I'm gone. All right, so where is Drac now? Who knows? Let's see what the players can do. I mean, it's night, so that's one of the tricks as well. So here we go. Let's check this out. I think people are going to want to rearm or at least get some more tickets. Yeah, he's going to rest and stand up. Now, I feel like he should have healed as well. Because of the wording of the book, it's almost like, yeah, if you want to stand up, you can't do anything but stand up. But I feel like rest is an action that really doesn't get enough use as is. I really feel that. So I feel like in that situation, you're knocked down, you've been beaten up, you should be able to heal and stand up. You know, I feel like rest should be just that powerful, right? So sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. But in general, I think that's what we do in our group is just, yeah, dude, heal up and stand up. But in this case, I just stood him up. Anyway, nighttime progresses. Van Helsing here, picking up a ticket. All right, ooh, and a nice one. Great. So the players know Drac is around. They know he's around here, but they don't know what direction he went, thanks to that form of a bat. So Dracula's hitting our high points here. I think he became a wolf. He became mist, right, at some point, I think, and took the form of a bat. I think we've hit the big three. All right, so Mina here is going to heal. Great. She needs some weapons. Steak. Bah humbug. Anyway, it is Drac's turn. And the horrible thing about this is he can move again. Get even further away. Yeesh. Alright. Let's see how this goes. So let's move our track along. The track is full. Nothing here to really... nothing crazy here. There's the wolf form that we had before. This is now back in his toolbox. He can go wolf again now. Clermont-Ferrand. I think he's... Is that the second time he's crossed that? I feel like it is. Let's go ahead and move our locations over and get his new location down. Yeah. So, yeah, that bat form is just craziness. Yeah, so Drac, definitely a slippery character here. So let's get him drawn up to 5. Let's go ahead and select the one he wants to use. Trick, trick, trick. There is no treat. And then move on to a nice, shiny new day. I think we all need it at this point. All right. So, Lordy here. Yeah, we got to keep moving, guys. Got to keep moving. Yes, stopping some of that maturing stuff is good, but yeah, I think everyone just is on that mission now. We got to get back on Dracula's trail. So let's not lose this momentum. From Leipzig to, where do you go? Nuremberg? Oh, yep, so there we go. Cold trail, though. Yeah, I think Lordy, though, he just keeps finding the cold trails. Yeah, I think at that point, yeah, I don't think he should have looked at a one location jump, but a bigger jump. Yeah, at this point, maybe that would have been best. Yeah, we'll see though what the other players do. The doc here, he's going to go ahead and move. Oh, and it looks like he's going to make a bigger jump. Ooh, looks like he's going to make a huge jump. Let's see what he's doing. That seems a little excessive. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was the best either. I think Drac would have had to go through people. I suppose it's possible. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, Drac did slip through people. And way to go, Doc. All right, in Le Havre. In Le Havre, okay. So this is where Drac went when he went bat form. So, yeah, he has to be there in Nantes because he moved one away. So he is in Nantes. Let's go. All right, so Van Helsing's got plenty of train tickets. Yeah. All right. Cool beans. Go, go, go. Yes, yes. All right, great. This looks like it'll work out for us. Very cool. Way to go, Doc. All right, so Van Helsing, off he goes. So we know the vampire is in... Why is... There are no trains to Nantes. So Hamburg, Berlin, Cologne, Brussels, Paris. That is terrible. That is terrible and awesome. I don't know if Drac planned that, but yeah. Even if the players did manage to... I can't know. Even if the players did manage to get on his trail, he went to a port town that didn't have any rails to it. Yeah, so even... yeah, Mina here didn't have any train tickets anyway. But not that she wanted to tussle with Dracula again, but yeah. We know that Dracula is in Nantes. It's the only place he could be. But no one could have gotten to him anyway. Wow. Wow. It's like, high five, Doc! Yeah, it didn't matter anyway. It's terrible. All right, so as we move to night. Yeah, okay. Let's see what you got, guys. So Lordy here, he's down the 2 tickets. He's probably he's gonna get some more. Get some more tickets. So this means if Drac is in Nantes, the only place he could rationally go is the water. If he wants to take damage, I mean, he could take wolf form again, I guess. And there's plenty of places to go from Nantes. If he hits the water, he could head to the British Isles again. He could head to the northern part of Europe. He could swing down to Spain, to France. He could swing down around Spain. Wow. All right, so in anticipation, it looks like everyone is buying tickets. All right, tickets, please. Oh, sucky ticket. Well, ticket is a ticket. We'll take it. So Lordy got a ticket. The Doc got a ticket. Van Helsing, I imagine, we get a ticket. Yeah, he's getting a ticket as well. Ooh, man. Yeah, but it looks like the team is hounding Dracula. And he seems to be just taunting them. I mean, he's throwing caltrops behind him, and everyone is stumbling on them, you know. But the team is stumbling forward. Okay, so I'm liking this. So some bold moves here. Now that the team is on the trail, yep, and Mina's picking up tickets as well. I'm thinking though, man, maybe better weapons would have been better for her. Oh, and the other sucky ticket. But that's fine. Anyway. Here we are. Let's move on to the Drac phase, and let's see. Is Drac gonna hit the ocean, or do wolf form again? Huh. Well, let's see where he's at now. As if we don't know. Nantes, right? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So, he's heading back into the water. All right, so there's Geneva back into the pile. All right, advancing things, and ooh. And we're advancing things that when they mature, stuff is going to happen. Bad stuff. So that's not good. But Drac is back in the water. He's going to take damage for it. And I don't know why I'm picking up the encounter cards here. He can't play any of them. I think, yeah, this is the part where he plays it. I do fix this later. I realize, hey, wait a minute, why did I do that? I think as the Drac player, I was just kind of excited. Maybe I'm feeling it. I'm getting hounded here. I want to get away from these people. Yeah. Yeah, there's our 2 damage for jumping in the water. In a second here, I think we'll realize I can't have an encounter on that water. But yeah, the players are moving. Yeah, we know where he entered the water. And really the key point here, again, is just to cut him off at the ports. We're either going to keep him out there in the water until he drowns himself in damage. And where are you going? He's heading back to the med. Dude. Okay. I mean, you know, I guess he had the movement. So he's going to spend a lot on movement. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So he's heading back down to the Met. But is that the best move? I think I would have headed toward Bordeaux or something and swung around through Spain. Yeah, I don't know about Lordy there. Weird ideas. Weird ideas. You know those games where there's like a trader? Yeah, I think if there would be one, I would have said that Lordy here is our Renfield. But anyway, Doc here. Yeah, he's keeping to the coast. Yeah, he's checking out Nantes. Yeah, he's checking out Nantes just to be sure, just in case of craziness. This is kind of a risky move, though, because Dracula may have left a trap. No, okay, so he didn't spring it, so there's something there in Nantes, but it wasn't anything that could ambush us and delay us that way. He's basically daring us to search for it, but I don't think the team is in a searching mode at this point. So we know Nantes. Drac is in the North Atlantic. We can plot out and think about where he can go from here, whether it's the Irish Sea, the English Channel, or the South Atlantic. So the important thing really now is just for all the players to be pushing up against those shorelines and really force Drac to either make landfall quickly or to remain out at sea. In either way, that gives us a chance to catch him, I think, yeah? So here we are with Mina. It is daytime. She's going to go ahead and move as well. All right. So we already have the Doc and Van Helsing on the coast of France. Mina decides to go a bit north. Good for her. So she heads to Brussels, right? Yeah, Brussels. Yeah, she could have taken a train, but I mean, she had the crappy ticket, but that's fine. No big deal there. So we move from day into night. Okay, so some, I think, rather sedate movement for everybody. Looks like this will be another round of just picking up tickets. Okay. So, I don't know if the team is feeling a bit tired at this point. Okay. No crazy moves when they were making some really crazy moves earlier on and really getting some lucky breaks, I think. But now they're back to a sedate bit of movement here, which isn't entirely bad. We've got the Doc here also going for some tickets. Okay, great. And oops, there. He's got, okay, an okay one, not bad. And Van Helsing just down the coast. What is he going to be doing? You know, he's got a couple tickets already. But I can't imagine him doing... Oh, he's going to go ahead and go for some items. Now, it is nighttime. We already know that if it was daytime, we'd automatically be giving Drac a power. If you think about these encounter cards, I think there are, what? Twice as many? Yeah. So twice as many good cards as bad cards. So this was a risk, but it really is in favor of the players. Chartered Carriage. Oh, he had this before. So he really is our mover and our shaker. So it seems like Van Helsing brought his carriage to the game. So what did he find in his carriage? You know, let's stick to this whole narrative thing. In his carriage, he found his garlic. All right, great. It was in the lockbox. All right. I believe, though, he might be over his limit on items, though. So we're going to have to get rid of something. So we have the garlic, we have the pistol. Holy circle, look at that. So now that you know how combat works, if you didn't know, that holy circle is so useful because it has all of those item or symbols. And are you throwing it away? Are you serious? Okay. I always saw Holy Circle as kind of like a counter spell. I remember the first time I got into Magic the Gathering back in 94 was when I first got into it. And I remember my first time encountering Counterspell, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's the most broken card ever. If I'd only known. Anyway, we are still in the night. We have Mina here getting her own tickets here. A 2-2, great. All right. It feels like it was a longer night than it was. Let's go ahead and move on to Dracula's phase here. Oh man, I'm seeing bad things on the horizon here. Let's see how this goes, though. All right. there's the location. Oh, he's staying at sea. Okay, interesting choice. There's his damage for that. Yeah, he starts at 15, so he's more than halfway dead himself. All right. Now this vampire is going to mature. All right. So I feel like in the rulebook it's never been kind of clear. If it's revealed, does it mature? I don't think there's an actual place in the rulebook that says it does, but we just always did in my group. So anyway, bonus or some victory points for Drac there for the maturation. Nuremberg gets revealed. This card is lost because of the nature of that card, that vampire maturing. Leipzig again gets tossed onto the pile. Everything else here gets slid up because we have our new location. So Drac is remaining at sea. He's on that yacht once again. Yeah, and right here is where I discover, hey, wait a minute, what was I thinking? Yeah, you can't do that, crazy man. So we'll stick that back on the pile, assuming we only have 4. Yep, so there we go. 5. We're good. All right. So some fixing there. All right, great. Let's go ahead and get the players going. Oops, forgot to switch it to daytime. There we go. All right, cool. Now we're good. So Lordy's up. It is daytime. Drac is out to sea. All right, so this gives us a bit of time here. He's going to go ahead and move. Yeah, I'm not really thinking the Med was the place to go. Huh, all right, well, he heads back to Toulouse. Yeah, I really think, yeah, if he had spent some more tickets earlier, maybe he didn't have the right color. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the dock. And our dock here has a move. All right, that is good. All right, so where's he going to go? He's heading back to the UK. I feel like the dock has this this mad obsession with the UK. All right, he's just kind of yo-yoing around there. All right, but I mean that just seems to be the direction that you know the clues are taking him. So he's just got to follow them. All right. Anyway, Van Helsing, good. He's going to go ahead and move too. He's really just been a dynamo. Zipping around Europe. Good for him. And good. And, you know, I think he's been our most consistent player as far as good strategy. So he swings around there from Bordeaux to Santander. We know that's back in the deck. Drac could definitely be choosing that as a place to make landfall. Here we have Mina, who really just has had the nose for Drac. I mean, she's uncovered most of his trail. She actually encountered the monster himself. I mean, okay, good. So she's hanging out there on the coast of France in Le Havre with the dock. Okay, this is a good thing. I think it's good. All right, so no real problem there. I'm wondering though where she's planning to go from here though. All right, so we are now in the night, and we are back with Lordy here, and he is going to arm up. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking he's just fishing for an encounter at this point, because weapons, I think he's actually fine. So he's throwing his money around, picking up some garlic. Okay. I don't know that that's really going to excite him very much. Picking up more items. Fast horse. Of course. I feel like every time he's gone shopping, he's picked up horses and discarded them every single time. Am I right? Is that what's happened every single time? With him. Anyway, let's see what events are surrounding his horse purchases here. Oops, ooh, there's an event. Okay. Oh, he encounters Sister Agatha. Okay. So, it's one of those that we can use immediately, and maybe he will. All right, so anyway, let's pick up our cards. Yeah, so in the case of Rich guy here, I almost feel like, you know, the event definitely follows the shopping. In his case, if you know what I'm saying, it's not the shopping follows, it's not that items were found when something happened like it is with the other players. It's more like he was shopping and then other stuff happens. Anyway, he is obviously over his encumbrance limit, or his hand limit anyway, so he's got to decide what to get rid of. And, you know, of course you can't get rid of these yellow cards, but let's see if he chucks the horses again. You know, yeah. Sure enough, I feel like this guy is just keeping those glue factories going. All right. Anyway, here we are with the dock. It is nighttime, quiet time. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Is he going to head for the British Isles again? Yeah, so here it is. Yeah, can't do it. Oh, here's where I'm like, all right, guys, I'm just showing you the rule. I talked about it, but I'm deciding not to do it, which is fine. This is our moment of playing by the rules, and that's fine. But that's okay. But really, guys, in my group, yeah, we go for it. So he's going to go for the ticket instead. Actually is the better move. And this is the real reason I'm doing this. Yeah, the players need to get their tickets going. They don't need items this late in the game. Earlier in the game, you really need some items. But as the items are not one-time use, right? They stick around. There's really no reason to do that, right? Sometimes I have this niggling feeling that the items are one-time use, you know? And sometimes I think, I think it'd be cool to kind of play it that way. So if I were to throw garlic at the vampire, yeah, that vampire or the garlic would probably get all crushed up, right? But then how would the rifle work? One shot and it's done? There are, of course, one-shot items, but if they don't say it, then I guess they're not. So that's, all these kind of thoughts. It's all about... we're sticking with the rules, but sometimes stuff just makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Anyway, we just move along. Anyway, here we are back in Dracula's phase. The track has cleared out a little bit because of maturation. Is Dracula going to stay in the sea? I would hope not. No, he doesn't. All right, so he's made landfall somewhere. So we'll go ahead and move things along here. Great. And where is Drac now? That is the question. Okay, and you can definitely put a trap there wherever he's at. So Drac has gone to sea twice. And come on back to land to vex us, I'm sure. Oof. There it is, daytime. And we're in the middle of week 2 here. Okay. Lordy here is going to move. We don't really have a clue of where Drac is. We know he was at sea twice. Okay, it looks like he's going to help cover Spain. Okay. So there he is. All right, fair enough. Let's see what Doc is going to do. Is he going to head back into the channel and check out the UK? Well, he's definitely moving. Let's see where he's headed. Yep, sure enough. All right. So what is this, the second, maybe third time he's been in the channel? Anyway, there it is. He's in the channel. All right, very cool. Van Helsing. All right, he's been our mover. He's been our shaker. We've got plenty of ports here in Spain to check out, and I can only imagine that's where he's going. I think there's a pretty good system of moving around. Yeah, so even just by road, he's fine. So checking out the coast here of Spain. So from Santander to Lisbon. Great. Okay. No problems. And does he encounter Dracula? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we are back to Mina. Now with the Doc heading over to the UK, I think he expected her to cover the coast there, which is fine. So the question is she going to head down to France? I'm thinking no. She'd probably head north, right? But she needs some tickets to do it. All right, so a decent move here, and off she goes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and yeah, there we go. Didn't need it. Now you can move up to the amount. You don't have to move the full amount, but thankfully she had this smaller ticket, so she moved 3. So she's not on the coast. Not on a coast town. Let's see where she ended up. So Brussels and Cologne again. Huh. Not. Yeah, she couldn't have gone to Amsterdam directly. Okay, I see there. I see what she did. So that could be 2. So because some of those coast towns don't have tracks directly to them, kind of hanging out in a town next to the coast town, I guess that's a viable option too. Anyway, here we are. Lordy here is going to go for more shopping. Will he pick up more horses? Hey, garlic? Okay. So I think you're getting a feel, yeah. So he is going to discard it because he already has garlic. Okay. And a knife. Yeah, I don't think Lordy here is shopping necessarily for items. I think what he wants are event cards. So he's really playing the numbers here. He is definitely gambling with the group. And hey, it's paying off for him. Picking up events here. Hopefully that will be nice for him. So an escape route. All right, well, not too bad. So a card for him. Cool. Let's go ahead and move on. So let's check out our items again. Not much of a change. So we were doing this last time as well. So the knife, we have the garlic, the rifle, the holy bullets, pistol, and I mean he's really loaded. I mean he's really ready. He's really ready to take on Drac here, but he just hasn't had the opportunity. I mean he had that new vampire, but not the big guy himself. So getting rid of some items here. Yeah. So those are the ones that he's keeping. And the rest are gone. All right. There we go. He is now legit once again. Let's go ahead and move on to the dock. All right, our dock is in the channel. It is night. He's on the boat. What's he going to do? He's going to reserve a ticket. So obviously, you know, there's a concierge on the boat. Ticket office, you know. We're going to be making landfall, governor. Buy some tickets. For the lorry, or however that goes. So he's got his tickets. Let's go ahead and move on to Van Helsing here. He is making good progress through Spain, and he is going to supply. All right, so every once in a while, I feel like Van Helsing just gets the itch to just go weapon shopping. All right, so garlic, okay. All right, fair enough. So garlic for him. He's already got garlic, though, so bye-bye to that. Are you guys noticing a trend here with the shopping? It's another reason why I just don't do it that much. Really, I feel like it's more an excuse to go fishing for events. And unfortunately, Van Helsing has assisted Dracula. And if you think about that, maybe we're using our credit cards to go shopping, and the true vampires are the owners of Visa and MasterCard, right? And that's how he's getting a benefit. Anyway, Mina here is going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Yeah, it's weird. Everyone else risking the ire of Dracula there, risking assisting Dracula, but it's Mina that really needs to get some items and weapons that are useful, I feel like. Anyway, it is the Drac turn, and so even if that, so we're not going to have any maturation happening this turn, so let's make sure he knows where he is. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and pick our location. All right, fantastic. There we go. All right, we're keeping our feet on dry land, or our paws, or our claws, or our tendrils of mist on dry land here, which is all to the good. And nothing matured. All right, so that's good for the players. All right, so we can go ahead and play an encounter on this card to mess up our players. Very good. And there we go. All right. Dracula enjoying a quiet couple of turns here after doing lots of mischief. And yeah, sure, why not? Let's throw a face token down. And as I say, I've never matured one of those. And you might think, well, why don't you just stick it at the end of the line? You cannot. You have to put those in the first or second spot. But I usually blow them up myself, or you know, that's usually what happens. I end up blowing them up myself. Anyway, it is daytime, and we got Speedy Telegraph once again. All right, so we've seen this before. So Lordy had this the first time, actually. So here he is again at the telegraph office. Tick, 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 tick. Hey, guys, go. All right, so Mina is going to go first. I think this is a really good move. All right, so she's going to go ahead and move and flip her card over there. Because if she encounters Drac again, she has definitely been the lure. So from Cologne to Amsterdam. Okay, all right. Cologne to Amsterdam. Let's see if Drac pops up. Nope, no Drac. All right, cool. Let's see if the dock here is actually going to set foot on the British Isles this time. Yeah, I think he was called back last time, right? Boom, there he is. Okay, so there he is. I believe he's in London now. London town. All right, yeah, so he chose London over Plymouth. Okay, great. So he's now in London. Does he encounter Dracula? No. All right, so Van Helsing is up. let's see if he encounters Dracula. Oops, there we go. There we go. There's our dive, everything matching, great. So I imagine he would be moving, and yep, so he's gonna move. And we have, I think, one more port down there to the south, and Van Helsing heading over. Do we have a Dracula here? So he moved from, what was it, Lisbon? Yeah, Lisbon to Cadiz. So Cadiz. Does that reveal it? No. Okay, so didn't work out for us this time, telegraphing. Lordy here is going to go ahead and move himself. Now his luck has just been cold trails, minions, all right, of Dracula, but not the man himself. All right, so he's just trying to figure out where Drac possibly could have gone. All right, could have gone there. So it was 2 oceans. Okay. Huh, maybe there? Okay. Let's give it a try. So he's going to cash in some movement. Okay. Yeah, when he decides to move, he decides to move. All right, so, big move here. So six spaces. So he is going transcontinental. So off he goes. Zoom. All right. But the thing is, right, so Drac is not at the port town now. So was that a good move? So should he have stayed, for example, in Berlin or Leipzig? So he went all the way to the coast. Huh. So, yep, we've revealed. Ta-da! So there is Hamburg. So Drac did stop by Hamburger, but not Frankfurter. Anyway. We're back on Drac's trail. So that's all to the good. We are in the night. And we're back with Lordy here. And again, the players, of course, can resolve night in any order. Yeah, I guess maybe this is the reason. Maybe it would be like, hey, dudes, I want to get tickets. Let me go first. But is that really a reason to go first? It would just be like, nah, I don't need a ticket, dude. Go ahead, get a ticket, right? So really, again, the whole telegraph thing extending into the night, going in whatever order, really doesn't make sense. But anyway, Lordy there, replenishing his tickets. The power of money, woohoo. Lordy here, or Doc here, has plenty of tickets. Are you kidding? He's actually going to go ahead and get a ticket. Yeah, sure, why not? Well, maybe he's thinking, if the British Isles don't pan out, because Drac could be on there, he would definitely need some movement to get around. Okay, so fair enough. And Van Helsing also getting tickets. Okay. So he's got plenty of tickets as well. Okay. So that would leave Mina, and I think she actually has the least number of tickets. And yeah, so she has the least number, but it looks like there still might be tickets in the bag. So, players will communicate, hey, there are still tickets in there, go for it. So she's getting tickets as well. So everybody, tickets please. Loading up. All right, so there we go. Great. All right, so everyone has tickets. We have our night turning into the Dracula time. All right, so this goes bye-bye. All right, Dracula, what you up to, man? We're going to have some maturation here, and he's going to be moving. So let's make sure he knows where he's at. Okay, he's good. And there's his choice. Great. Let's see if there's any maturation here hurting us. Oh, no, nothing. So that is back in his toolbox. All right. 2 locations, just to remind folks. So these are back in the pile for places he can go to. And as the Dracula player, you really do have to keep that in mind too. Especially if like me, you do tend to run in circles. You really want to see what the upcoming locations are. The trick though is that can really kind of mess you up, right? Especially if your group is used to your shenanigans. Anyway, Drac has placed. I imagine he'd be placing an encounter down as well. There it is. Yeah. All right. So it looks like we now have a line of plenty of stuff to mess up our players. Ooh, okay. So we are back in the day, and it is Lordy's turn. And I would imagine he'd be moving. But where he's going to move to, folks, I really don't recall, and I can't predict. Okay, so he's moving there where I think he should have moved in the first place, actually. Because knowing where Drac made landfall, I think it's better to kind of project ahead. If you can do that, kind of get into Drac's head and project ahead, that might be better, right? So Hamburg, Berlin, okay. Yeah, okay. So, Doc, what you gonna do, Doc? As if we didn't know. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and move, and yeah, right back in the channel. This poor guy. This poor guy. You know, it's kind of like my only encounter with London. Yeah, I had to stop over there, deal with their version of the TSA. Do you know, they searched us when we got off the plane. They searched us transiting through the airport. They searched us as we were approaching our gate. And then they searched us again at the gate before we could even depart. And keep in mind, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm like, what's the deal, guys? I mean, you guys are worse than TSA. Insane. Anyway, we've got people moving around. No one's encountering Drac here. Oh, man. Mina, I'm hoping for you, girl, that you do not encounter Drac yourself. Here she goes. She's like the lightning rod here. So where did she end up? All right, so she moved from our coast town of Amsterdam down to... Where'd she go? Is that Cologne? She couldn't possibly encounter Dracula again. She encountered Dracula in Cologne before, right? Okay, good. We're safe. All right. So we move from day to night, and ooh, the final night of the week. Ooh. All right. So resting. We're gonna heal up here. Okay. Rest, relax, recuperates. I believe the ticket bag is empty, right? Here we are with Doc. I think we're going to do the same. Yep. Rest, relax, recuperate. Haven't been damaged or anything, but essentially a pass, right? Let's go ahead and move on to Van Helsing. All right. So Van Helsing here. I think he'll probably do the same, right? Because there are no tickets. Oh, yeah, he's still got the itch to go shopping a little bit. He feels the end of the hunt, maybe, and so he's going directly to the stores. So, picking up the crucifix. Oh, this is a nice one. Yes, okay. Great. I think that would be a keeper. Okay. Yeah. Over his limit there. And let's go ahead and pick up our items. It is nighttime, so we know shopping the day is bad. But shopping the night's just as bad as it turns out. Oh, man. We've just armed Dracula with something. All right. But we're over our limit here. So let's see what we got. Yeah, this is the second time that Van Helsing has helped out Dracula. Second time? Third time? Regardless, naughty. Yeah, it looks like he's got a decent loadout here, and of course the standard stuff here. There's his keeper. There are his keepers. Okay, back down to 3. He's chucking the pistol. He's like, nah, I want to stab Dracula. That's the way to go. All right, Mina. It is night for you, and you are going to rest. Good call. All right, so she's going to heal up a little bit. Good. Okay. So, a relatively uneventful night. We're going to head to Dracula here. Yeah, in this final phase of the week. He's going to be moving. It looks like we're going to have something maturing. Hopefully it's nothing going to be horrible for us. Oh! Whoa! Is Dracula so confident that he's going to feed? We know where he made landfall. Rats. These mature. Okay. But there's no hunter at that location, so it didn't matter anyway. That would have been a trap-type card, so no one got bitten by rats. That's all to the good. Location returns to the pile. We know where Drac made landfall, okay, thanks to Lordy zipping across the land there. But Dracula is feeding. But he's only 2 spaces away. This seems like not a good move. Oh. Oh, that's right. Unearthly swiftness. He's taking another turn. Okay. It all makes sense again. There we go. Okay. It's all good. Yeah, he's still tricksy. Alright, so, yeah. He gets to go again. So he got a nice little feed there. Healed up a bit. Yeah, he's gonna stick that ocean back on there. Slide things over. Nice and slow. Rubbing it in. Yeah, jerk. And then he gets to move anyway. So, yeah. He got a nice little feed, and then, yeah, he got to move again. Anyway. And, of course, he gets to throw down a trap. Yeah. Whew, okay, I gotcha. All right. And so here on the eve of the end of the second week, he fed upon the blood of the innocent. All right, so we definitely end the week on a low point. Yeah, we move on there. So, boom. Despair token. Yeah, the overcast clouds that turned into raining clouds. Yeah, now those clouds are racing across the sky. The people rushing through the streets. Yeah, the streets are essentially empty at this point. And guys, let's see what happens here. Once we're full up on despair tokens, okay? Yeah, when he plays, each time he plays a location card, or each time that track moves from this point on, he'll gain victory points. And yeah, he's halfway done. So basically, it literally is a race. We must find Dracula. All right, so Lordy here. I'm hoping to find him in Prague. All right, so let's see what you got. Is he lucky? No. We have the Doc. Okay, Doc is not on land. He is at sea. Unfortunately. So every time, you know, there's always that possibility that Drac is there in the UK and can run amok over there. And so you can't discount it. And the Doc, you know, now he's back on dry land once again. Oh, man. Far away from everything. Van Helsing, he's been our mover, our shaker, for sure. It looks like he's on a town that does have tracks. Okay, so he is going to move. Let's see if he is. Yes, he is. Okay, great. I think it's about time for Van Helsing. Come on, Van Helsing, to encounter Dracula. All right, I think it's past time. There we go. Are you going to cash in all of those? I don't know that he needs all of those. That would be like a lot. Okay, there we go. So adding it up. And really, you can just go step by step. So a journey in stages is fine. But yeah, Van Helsing is going for it. Okay, good. We know Drac is around here somewhere in Eastern Europe. Well, let's see. So we started in Madrid. All right. Chugged through Spain, France, Germany. Okay. And the other northern kingdoms. I'm sorry, I don't know Europe that well. And he ended up in Munich. Is he in Munich? Munchie? In Munich. And did not find Dracula. Okay. Mina. Fingers crossed for you. I don't know if they actually are. She's going to move, but we need to find Dracula badly. All right. So 1 and 2. Okay. Are you back in Cologne? No, she moved from Cologne. All right, so she moved. Where did she move? So she swung around to Leipzig. I think we found traces of Dracula in Leipzig before. Oh, and once again, traces of Dracula in Leipzig. And are we going to have a surprise in Leipzig? Looks like we are. Bodyguards. Okay, so Dracula is whipping out the troops here at the end, and the bodyguards are going to jump us and beat us up in the streets. Lovely. Fantastic. So happy right now. All right. Well, it's a new night and a new week, the final week of our lives, apparently, as the apocalypse is raining down upon us. Lordy here's going to rest. Okay. Get fully rested, dude. It's okay. You know, you've been cruising around the Mediterranean for parts of it. It's fine. It's fine. The Doc. He's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Okay, he's got plenty of tickets there, but yeah, maybe he's... it doesn't hurt. Save up for a push there. He's been kind of out of it, so Drac is ghosting around there in the east somewhere. So, okay. Lots of tickets for him. Van Helsing, ooh. Yeah, he made the huge push, missed Drac. And he's going to go ahead and reserve a ticket. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully he gets a nice one. Let us see. All right, great. Now, as everyone's arming up here in the night, as I was traveling around, yeah, this was the only video I ended up doing. And let me tell you, there were definitely issues. Not so much with the filming, but with the post-production. I actually had to put together this video, the actual clips, twice. And just hundreds of clips. It actually had to be done twice. Definitely, I think I've stretched the limits of this software, crashing it several times. But you know what's taken the most time is doing the audio for this. Guys, this is dozens of times I've been trying to do the audio for this, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when I do the voiceover, I do the whole thing. Yeah, and there we go. There's his points, because he has advanced it. When I do the voiceover, I do the entire voiceover all in one chunk, all right? So finding a block of time to do this has been tricky, because where I'm living right now, they literally do public service announcements on the hour, every hour. So craziness. So middle of the night to get this done. Has been the way to do it. I think I need to change my process. I think that's what the move is teaching me. Anyway, it's a new day, and we are approaching the end time, guys. So let's see if our heroes here, our hunters, can pull this out. All right, daytime. Prague, Nuremberg. Come on, dude. Yay, okay. We are on the trail. We're on the trail. Is there going to be a trap here? Let's see if Dracula drops one on us. There is a trap here. Ugh, more of these bodyguards. Where is he pulling these guys out of? Where have these guys been hiding all along? Dracula may have been saving these guys for the end here. Okay. More damage. All right. Doc, you got plenty of tickets. You can move. All right. Let's see if you can actually hit Drac and not just follow along on his trail. All right, so are we going to move in stages here? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, are you going to keep moving? Are you good? Okay, going to move one more. Down for 1. Okay, are you good? Or are you going to keep moving? No, I guess we're good. All right, so moving from Le Havre, Paris, Brussels, Cologne, Frankfurt. Okay. Did Drac, in the end, go for some sausages? No, he didn't. All right, so Van Helsing. All right, Van Helsing. You're due, dude. You're due. Come on. Dracula's around here somewhere. One space. Not doing the tickets. All right, just a little step over. Is Dracula here? Munich. Vienna. Okay, beautiful town. What do you got? Nothing. Okay. Mina. Move. Tickets. Okay. 1, 2, 3, saying hey to the dock, passing by. That's her move. Leipzig. From Zurich to Leipzig. Is just tracking this trail here. Okay. Are we in Zurich? Is that where we're at? We're in Zurich. We're in Zurich. Okay. There he is, in Zurich. We've been helping him all along in his bank in Zurich because he does own MasterCard and Visa. We have found Dracula. Mina, for the second time, has found Dracula. Oh, and of course, before we have to face him, he throws his rats at us. Yeah. Here we go. The final battle. He bites us. Yeah, he bites us. 2 damage. Okay, we're taking it. 2 damage. Okay. We take 2 damage. He bites us. Okay. And it's okay, fair enough. 2 damage. Mina. Adding up the damage here. Okay, from 5 to 7. Okay, fair enough. Round 2. He tries to bite us again. Oh, and we dodge. He tries to bite us again, and we dodge. Yeah, that's right, buddy. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, try that again. Come on. He does a little plot. Ooh, and we cancel and punch him in the face. That's right. That's right, buddy. Okay. Block that in the face. Here we go. What you got? He tries to claw us. Oh. Well, guys, we got one lick in, but that takes out Mina. And normally this would not be a problem, but unfortunately, yeah, he was close to the win. So guys, thank you for coming in for the playthrough here. We do not know where Dracula makes his lair, nor do we know his ultimate goal, except that it is evil and a grave peril to all the world. He lives despite our efforts, and his revenge will be terrible indeed. Thanks you guys so much for stopping by. It's been a great journey. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye.